Hello and welcome to episode 20. Now, in the previous episode, we managed to get some artwork done and used a basic tiling system to set up the background, and we got our little knight to go backwards and forwards and jump within the environment. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add an adversary, and what we're going to do is basically do the same sort of thing as Hunchback. Now, if you remember what Hunchback used to do, then fine. If you don't, here we go. So this is Hunchback running in my emulator. So we're going to get it to start up, and then let's see what the adversary does. So I'm using keyboard. Let's put the keyboard on so you can see it. So let's get to a place where we're safe. And then you can see the adversarial, got these long words. And it's too warm today. So here we go. Right, so this is the one I wanted, because it's a case of just jumping over. Oh, come. Let's go, jump, let's go, jump. Right, so we're going to wait here, and as you can see, here we have a knight that's making his way up the wall. And then he turns and starts to walk along the wall. Hang on. And builds too. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to write something similar to this. So our knight has got somebody chasing her, basically. One more, done. And that's what we're going to do. So, the character I've decided to use, which I found for free on the internet, if you look closely enough you find them, is a little character called Ninja Man. There we go. So we've got a climbing sprite. So here we go, that's the climbing sprite, and if we go forward it animates. Yeah, so we can use this in our game. Oops, that's him dying. So we've got a climb, and so what we need to do is we need to build this into the game so he climbs up the wall, and then figure out what we're going to do for him to chase down our hero. God, it's warm today. Right, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring up our Raspberry Pi. So this is our Raspberry Pi, and what we've got so far is, and as you notice, I've probably switched to the Raspberry Pi on the telly. There we go. Now I'm controlling the Raspberry Pi from a very tiny keyboard. So if we run it, then what we've got, and I'm trying to remember what controls I give it. There's our hero, and she runs along, yeah, and jumps. So what I was wanting to do, right, I'm back on the computer now, is get the ninja to start somewhere down here, yeah, and he climbs and 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 climbs until he gets to here. And then what I thought this ninja could do is do this. We have a glide animation that he could glide ninja like to our hero, trying to catch by jumping off there and gliding down to try and catch our hero. So that's what we're going to try and do. Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. So I turn the keyboard off and come back to the computer because I'm going to code it via the computer, and then I'll put the keyboard back on so we can play it on the Raspberry Pi. So what I want to do is then, let's get rid of that. What I want to do is we've got here a player set of routines. And what I thought is we could actually, it's virtually identical to this. The only difference is the control, we're not going to be controlling it, it's going to be controlling its own destiny based on where the hero is. So we can take out half the stuff anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, basically copy it. For want of a better word, we're going to copy it. So let's right click, copy, paste. Going to rename it, and we're going to call it Ninja. And the first thing we're going to do is change it to Ninja. Right, so we want game to be in there because we're going to have to keep track of what's happening. And we'll give it some idle state. So the idle state when we start is climb. Doesn't matter what direction it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to, if you'd noticed in this animation set, we've got climb and glide. So they're the two that we're going to bring in, yeah, the two sets. So I'm going to copy this over to the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi shared. Tutorials, Hunchback, assets, paste. So copying Ninja Man into there. So we're going to have climb as one. Ooh. There's one, and the other one, if I still got it, yeah. And the other one is glide, yeah. So we're going to do glide. So the other one is this one, and we'll call that glide. There you go. Oh, what's gone on? It's very warm today, guys. It's very, very warm today, and I wonder if, oh no, we're working. It's very warm today. So we're gonna, yeah, it's definitely, I think the Raspberry Pi is having issues. I can hear the fan going massively. So we're going to set these to glide and climb. Why is the caps lock going on? Glide. And we'll run this out because we don't know if we'll need it. So we've got two states. So we need to tell it that it's Ninja Man. I think that's what we called it. Oh, it is struggling. Yep, Ninja Man. And do the same here. So climb. Oh, come on, John. You can type better than this. Glide. Right, so we need to go to the load routine and we need to make sure that we've got the file name built right. So asset is Ninja Man, then it's the thing, the name, and then 2 underscores, 3 digits. So underscore underscore, and then I think that's it. 3D, isn't it? Game will tell us because we've already done it in game. Or have we? Oh no, it's not in game, is it? It was in here. Yeah, :03D. So in this, so 2:03D, and it's asset, mode, and frame number. And the frame number is between 0 and 10. Let's just make sure. Right, 0, 1, 9, yeah, so 10 is the final number. So that loads it in. Now, when we load it in, we're going to have to. No, that looks okay. That looks okay. Yeah, looks okay. So what we need to do is we need to select where its start point is. So we're telling it it's going to climb, and we want to start near the bottom of the screen. So that's going to be set. It's going to be set in screen depth, isn't it? Something daft like that. Dot screen height minus 90, because that's how tall we want. Oh no, this is the X, isn't it? Oh no, 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 no. X is going to be 100. Gotta be 100. And 100 again. But the depth is minus. Right, let's put 50. We don't know exactly how tall it's going to be when it comes out. So that's set the image, the default image. And then what we need to do is we need to have a frame counter. So self.frame counter equals 0. And I know the game's got a frame counter, but you'll see why I've got this as a frame counter as well. And then we need to set up the velocity. So the initial velocity is going to be -1 climbing the wall. It's not going to have any acceleration, and we're not jumping. So in the update, we are, yes, we're going to do that, but we don't need to test for the walls on the x-axis, and we need to test the walls on the y-axis, but it's just normal testing because we're not testing when they land. And so here we're going to say when he's on a wall we want him to climb. When he's not on a wall we want him to do the next thing. So that's going to be not platforms hit. And not self.gliding. Right, I need to put a new thing up here. Self.gliding equals false. So while he's gliding, we don't want it testing for the walls. So when it tests for the walls and he's not gliding, so he's climbing, then we don't need to test for that. Don't need to test for any of that. What we need to do is we need to set the action to be gliding, and then set gliding true. So that means that he's gliding. Okay. Then we're not doing acceleration, so we can get rid of that, and we're not testing for any key presses, so we can get rid of all that. We're not applying any friction, we're not testing for any velocity, and we are not doing that. But we're doing that, yeah. Definitely doing that. So we then want to set the animated frame. Yeah, that's right. But basically not the game animation, but ours. Self.frame counter. Or do we? Oh, do we? No, let's put it back. Put it back. This is the animation. This is not the movement. So we want all the animation to run synchronous. Yeah. So when we get the image, we need to get the hitbox. So we'll put that in. Where are you? Here we go. Get the hitbox and set the position, which I think we do up here, don't we? Yeah, there. So that's in the wrong place. So we'll copy that, we'll comment that out, and we'll paste that there. But we're not setting our position, we're setting the hitbox position. Because we've just done the new image. Right, so now we need to think about when it's gone into the gliding transition, what do we do then? So yeah, so if self.gliding, so that means we're gliding, we need to set the velocity to go in 1 in the X direction and a very slow slope down in the Y direction. Then we need to do this. So that can come from there and it can go there. So that updates our position based on the velocity. We don't need this jump, but we needed the animated frames. So that's basically it. So what we need to do, we need to put the Ninja in the game. So like we've got here, we'll put the Ninja in the game. Okay. So basically copying this, in essence, but we're calling it Ninja. Guys, wall. But we don't need to keep track on it. So Ninja 1 is equal to Ninja.Ninja. Ooh, forgot. Ninja, gotta import Ninja in. So Ninja.Ninja. And then we're gonna add the Ninja to the all sprites, because that's our collection for everything, and we're going to create a new one called enemies. Woo, mouse went a little bit strange then. And then we'll add the Ninja sprite into those two collections, so we need to create another sprite group called self.enemies equals pg.sprite.group. So that adds the Ninja to the sprite set and creates a brand new one called enemies. Oh dear. So we just basically now need to tell it to update, don't we? And then draw. So self dot so we update the sprites and then we draw them. But I'm just wondering, do we need to do the update? Because I've just put it in the all sprites. Let's rem them out because I'm not too sure. So what should happen is, if we've done this right, it should climb the wall until it's no longer on a wall and then starts gliding down. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? See if it works first time. Well, he's definitely climbing a wall. Oh my god, how big is he? How big is he? Right, okay, clearly we need to scale. So we need to do that here. So we need to do a transformation. So pg dot image dot transform dot scale. I think that's it. And we're scaling the animated image to something, comma something. Now we want it 80 tall, so let's load in our paint program and grab a Ninja Man. So we want climb. So there he is. So we need to resize to a height of 80. So what's that in width? 49. So that's 49. Oh, come on. Here we go. But the gliding one was different. So if mode equals gliding, then we need to set the animation image to a different scale. So let's get our trusty paint package back, grab a gliding sprite. Here we go. So image resize to 80, 78. So that needs to be 78 wide. So if it's gliding, then we're going to resize it to 78 and 80. Else, that one. Right. It had a black background, didn't it? Let's take this convert out, because sometimes if it's got a transparent background, Python can't help work. Let's have a look. See if it does it now. Oh, invalid 63. Invalid syntax 63. Oh, I keep forgetting. You have to do that. Ooh. PyGame doesn't have transform. Okay, let's fire up PyGame. Let's find out what we need. PyGame docs. Transform. Oh, okay. So it's not image, it's just transform. Just make sure we got it right. Scale. So the surface height and width. Yeah. So the surface is the image, height and width. Okay, let's do this again. What? Argument 2 must be in a 2-item sequence. Naught, 1, 2. What's wrong with that? Let's get the error again. Oh, it's in the transform. 2 arguments, but oh, I've fallen into the same trap as I've done before. It's a tuple, isn't it? Keep forgetting about these tuples. Right. I'm blaming the heat for all this. Well, he's climbing. Oh, boom, gliding. Oh, it's not gliding, is it? It's glide, isn't it? Where's my list? Yeah, it's glide. but he's in the wrong place. So we need to move him. Let's make him 10 off the side. Let's try that. And it's glide. Right then, here we go. Oh, he's just off the edge. 10 is probably not enough. But he's gliding. Oh, he's a bit squished. He's definitely gliding. He's a bit squished though, isn't he? Ninja, maybe we need to do more here than just let's self dot image equals nothing. Is nothing a word? No? Dot clear? No. Dot remove? No. Does that work? No. Where's the PyDocs? Image. Okay. Sprite. Dot image. Groups. It's too warm. It's too warm. Well, there's nothing there, is there? Used to set background. Okay. Okay. Did I? Oh. Made the same mistake, didn't I? That'll do it. Right. Oh, I still need to move him over, don't I? That's better. Let's move him over. No, we've done him in the center. We've done it in the center, haven't we? Yes, we've done it in the center. We set him in the center, that's why. If I... Not going to do it. We'll do mid-bottom. Right. Oh, no. We still need to move him over because he's still halfway, isn't it? So we put 10, so he's 70 wide, isn't he? No, he was 48 wide. So 48, half 48 is 20. Let's give him a 10 pixel buffer zone. So there. Let's try that. Go. Yeah. Did you see that? Because I've stopped, because I've done it minus 50 when we can do it minus 10 now, because we're not halfway up him. So let's do this again. There we go. So this time he should get all the way to the top, and then he jumps, chasing after our heroine. And what we can do is that if he gets above our heroine, we can get him to jump down and then attack. Yeah, we can do that. But let me see how we're doing. Oh, 38 minutes. It's gonna have to wait, that one is. But that's the basic premise of our adversary. So that's our main adversary. So we've got other enemies that come in, like boulders and arrows and fireballs and all that. But that's the guy that's going to chase if you don't move. If you just stand there just dodging bullets and stuff, that's the guy that's going to come for you. So we will make that guy a bit more intelligent, so when it gets close to the player's X point, he'll drop to the wall and then leg it and then go for him. Yeah, we can do that. But that's for another episode. Oh my god, it's warm. Need a drink. Excuse me. Right, if you like what I've done, hit that like button. If you didn't like what I've done, fine, hit the dislike button. Always leave me a comment, because I try and answer them all. And if you'd like to support the channel, then consider becoming a patron of mine. All the money raised in Patreon is used and spent on the channel. And with that, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.